Welcome to Being at Home with George. I'm excited coming to you from Los Angeles, and it's actually several days later than we normally film at home because I was at this conference. It was called the Palm Desert Summit. It was an amazing experience, and when I do things like that, when I participate in these summits, the question is, what did I learn and what did I affirm? And in this particular case, I affirmed this idea that you meet what you mirror. And I'll talk about that a little bit more in depth. But I just want to begin the way we normally begin, which is creating this possibility of embracing whatever comes up, whatever is in front of us, saying yes to it, and at the same time generating the hope coming from this idea that it's a learning experience, it's an opportunity, not something to be avoided, but something to be embraced and to actually move through or to be with. So I went to this conference, and my intention, well, I keep saying conference, but it's a summit. My intention, because I was involved in the opening ceremony and I was interviewing this amazing young man, Zion Clark, and I also had a session that I talked about accessing the masterpiece within. But what I went there with, or what I was doing, is I was doing this practice I've been engaged in for decades now. I got it from Edgar Cayce, the Sleeping Prophet, and he talks about two things: attunement and application. So my practice is to attune to love. That becomes my spiritual ideal. That becomes the thing that I measure myself against, and it's the energy that I want to express through me, or to be that energy. So love is my spiritual ideal. So I attune to love. I let love flow through me, and by letting the love flow through me and feeling it, that's the attunement part. So I'm in that love vibration. So you might say I'm being love. And then the application part is to be loving, is to be love, is to meet people with love, and in this case with love and blessings. And by expressing that love, by applying the love, then what happens is I give the love. The love is what I see. I meet what I mirror. So if I'm being loved, then I get love. And one of the amazing things about this summit was there was so much love there. I had many opportunities to share love or to be loving, and that love came back to me, and I felt it in spades. So it affirmed this idea that you meet what you mirror. And so the significance of that cannot be overstated, because if I want love, I have to be love. If I want peace, I have to be peace. If I want understanding, I have to be understanding. And so this idea of we meet what we mirror gives us this opportunity to take responsibility. And if we don't like what we get, we can change it. And Neville Goddard, I love one of his sayings on one of his books. He said, leave the mirror alone and change your face. And so that's what we can do. If we don't like what we're getting, then we can go inside and make it different. But the thing is, we need love. All we need is love. And if we can be loving, and if we can approach things from a love mindset, then we're learning, we're growing, we're able to embrace, say yes, whatever comes up, and then to meet it with love, and that becomes a stepping stone, transforming a roadblock into a stepping stone. So the idea here is you meet what you mirror. So why not be love, lead with love and blessings, and that's what will come back to you. That's what will come back to us. So let's try being more loving and realizing that if we're loving, we're going to meet what we mirror. Oh yeah, and one more thing. In that practice of application of love, I was coming from one of my venues that I was engaged in, and I saw this Tibetan monk, and he was sitting on the grass, and I went over and I talked to him. I just introduced myself, said, I really appreciate you, what you do. And what happened was they had a dedication, and they were doing the mandala. And I went, and he came over to me, and he presented me with this scarf. This scarf is a sign of respect and goodwill. And so this is a tangible expression of you meet what you mirror. I met him with love. I wasn't doing anything other than saying, hi, how are you? Introduce myself. I appreciate what you do, and just giving him love and blessings. And when I went to the ceremony, I had no idea. He was so happy to see me, and he gave me this, and he also gave me a Tibetan hat. So I actually have on the Tibetan colors. That's synchronistic. I didn't really expect to do this, but this is a tangible result. And so I have blessings, and I have goodwill and respect, mutual benefit, mutual respect. That's what we want. So this is a tangible sign of you meet what you mirror.